If you've ever been on social media, you might have seen a couple of art challenges floating around in them, and I decided to participate in one of them recently. This one in particular is called the Art Style Challenge. That's when you take a piece of artwork that you drew and try to redraw it in the style of other artists. In this case, I decided to try to redraw it in the style of 5 other artists, and I wanted the artists to not only be all female artists, but also artists that I found on the internet. So, I'm not going to be going over different artist styles or attempting other artist styles like Mucha or Picasso or Klimt or anyone like that. These are modern artists that are still around, still posting artwork today. Each style that I attempted became harder and harder for me because the more styles I tried to mimic, the more painterly they became. Now, if you've ever seen my artwork before, you would know that my style is more cartoony, not super detailed, not super painterly. So trying to mimic a style that is painterly is not the easiest thing for me to do, but that's kind of the reason why I'm doing this. It is a challenge after all. This video is my 4th attempt at trying to mimic an artist's style. So if you haven't seen the other 3 artists or the 3 other videos that are associated with it, I'll leave a link in the card up in the top, and I'll also put a link down in the description for you to click on. For this video in particular, I decided to draw in the style of GDB. Now her style is a lot more painterly than mine, so it wasn't the easiest, but I did my best. This video will show you the speed paint of how it went, and as it goes on, I'll tell you more about the artist and also show you some examples of her artwork. And in the end, you get to see how it turns out, and I'll compare it to the original drawing that I did. So let's get to it and enjoy the video. Okay, so let me tell you more about GDB. Her name is Geneva Bowers. She's from Western North Carolina, and she's worked with Netflix, DreamWorks, Wild Brain, Disney, Epic Games, and Prime Video. She's won multiple awards, and her art was also published in multiple publications. She also has a webcomic on Webtoon called Hover Girls. Her art is mainly digital, but sometimes she uses markers. Her style, according to her, is that she loves manipulating colors and adding whimsy with a touch of realism and calm. She also has a shop. She sells things like prints, stationery, apparel, keychains, and more. She also sells a print version of her webcomic, Hover Girls, so I'll definitely go check it out when I get the chance. I will say that her art style was pretty tricky for me. She does sometimes use line art, but it's not all over the artwork. And if you look at mine, I tend to use it all over, so it wasn't easy for me to try to mimic. It took some trial and error and some experimenting to get it right. The hairline wasn't easy either, since it needed to be blended. At times, I didn't know if I was going in the right direction, but I kind of had to trust the process. Adding the base shading was the slightly easier part for me, but she tends to use a variety of different colors with her shading, so I started adding them bit by bit. Her mouth placement was kind of off to me this whole time, so I corrected it. Then I added highlights in places and a little more line art. I started her hair shading similarly with the skin by just using a base color first to determine the hair and to define it, and then added different colors on top of that and then blended it with all of the colors that were currently in her hair. Usually the line art that I draw for her hair helps guide me in terms of where to shade her hair, but I kind of had to do the shading first and then add the line art on top of it, which is not something that I'm used to. Her nose needed a bit more shading and dimensions, so I went back to it. I spent so much time on her hair and skin that I almost forgot her accessories. I still had to shade the little hearts in her hair and also her shirt. I added multiple colors to the shading too, to all of her accessories I mean. Once they were done, it was time for any final touches and any final tweaks. I gotta say though, I really like GDB's style. Even though it wasn't that easy for me to try to mimic, it's such a pretty style. Am I right? And that's how I did it. Or at least that's how I tried to do it. So, what do you think? Do you like it? I kind of like it. I think it came out really well. But, you know, either way, leave a comment below in the description to let me know your opinion, but be nice. I tried. I don't know if you could do any better. You probably can, but, you know, at least it was entertaining for you. I hope. Thank you very mucho for watching my video. If you liked it, please like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? It's free. Do it. Go ahead. I'll wait. Did you do it yet? How about now? How about now? Okay, great. And also, ring that little bell to be notified of any future videos that I make. Go ahead. I'll wait for that too. Did you do it? Yay! Also, follow me on social media. you know, while we're doing all these social media type art challenges. I'll leave a link somewhere on the screen. Thank you again, and until next time, bye. Why was it? Wow. Okay, I can't even talk when I'm talking to myself. And now I'm lost. Thank you very much for watching my video. Why did I cover up the mic? If you liked it, please. Oh wait, hold on. Something's in my eye. You couldn't have waited when I wasn't filming. I think you got it. Yep, there it is. You know, while we're doing all these social media type art challenges, I'll leave a link somewhere on the screen. Not on my face though. Well, maybe. How about I leave it on my face? Ready? There it is. Don't mind me, I'm a weirdo. In case you haven't figured it out by now.